Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. Upper left-hand corner we have Shine starting as the orange Zerg. Upper right corner we have Flash starting as the white Terran. This is going to be... Is this also on Pantheon? This is on Pantheon. Should be an exciting one. Flash is now on top of the ladder. I think Shine is the top level Zerg on the ladder. Everybody, I'm sure this is going to get casted by a bunch of other people out there, so maybe we'll use it as more an opportunity to talk about recent ASL or SSL happenings, where we saw some queens out from Sulky recently. I think that is more, people are speculating on it, whether we're seeing a new queen meta. I have a feeling that is just map specific to Kickback, where you have 3 gas, that you basically have 3 bases you can defend behind a single wall. And so when you get the queens out, they just end up being more effective than lurkers, in my opinion, because if you have a wall of you have the wall of sunken colonies, you drop your ensnare that completely nerfs attacks on that sunken colony wall. And so I think in situations like that, queens may end up being more effective than lurkers, or worth cutting into the lurker tech before Darkswarm. But I think otherwise, outside of the situations, I don't think queens are going to be really the thing. It is possible, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and we'll see, but I have a feeling it's just something that, I think it's just a build that was created for Kickback, and I have a feeling we're maybe not going to see maps like Kickback for quite some time, where it's where Zerg gets 3 secure gas for that precise reason. And I was kind of interested to see that actually in a really good Zerg's hands, what sort of build orders would be produced, where you have 3 gas and you don't have to worry about it. In particular, I was concerned about that matchup, ZVT. That was the one where I'm like, okay, that could be a big issue. I was kind of wondering about PVZ as well, but I didn't think that would be as much an issue, where it's like, okay, what do you do as Terran against that? Do you just go fast dropship? Do you go mech? I'm almost wondering if 1-1-1 play would be more successful, but we'll have to see, as that could already be answered by the time this ends up on YouTube, so we'll see. Flash gets first scout, Shine gets first scout. I've heard this is kind of a new wall with these unbuildable gaps along the corner. I don't know what advantage it has. Maybe it just forces the Zerglings to run a little bit further. I'm not a skilled Terran player. It feels like there's a lot of Terran players. And whenever there's a Terran player, I will say this: it's more mechanically demanding than other. I would say the macro is more mechanically demanding. The troop movement is more mechanically demanding. But there's something about Terran players. Maybe it's just as people are. Oh, we got a bunker building, by the way. Marine is going to see the Overlords make their way across. 2 drones pulling offline. This isn't a distance bunker, so I need to halt what I'm talking about. Otherwise, 2 drones trying to deal with this. A Marine might even get the first kill. Okay, spawning pool is up. Some Zerglings being produced. We have 1 damaged drone trying to engage additional Marines. So 1 drone down. We're going to have a 2nd drone down, and that might have made that rush worth it already. And we already have that bunker constructed with, certainly, I think the 2nd Marine going to be able to get in unchallenged. And so Shine, we'll see if he's able to save this natural expansion hatchery. We got more Marines making their way across. Man, Flash is so good. Okay, going back to what I was going to say, I feel like Terran players, more than the other races, just really know the precise bits of things, where they're like, this many, in this exact scenario, this will happen, and this is a gap, or maybe because they have to know it because of the walling in tactics. Great blockade from that SCV to delay those Zerglings just a tad bit. The additional Marine's going to get wiped out, so Flash donating a little bit. Ooh, and we had a 4th Marine on rally. Hatchery down at half health, and Zerglings starting to make their way across the map. But 2 drones killed. I actually think that might be a better trade for Shine now at the end of this. There were a lot of Zerglings forced out. His economy is halted a bit, but Flash is now in a position where he really can't challenge on the map, so Shine should be able to just produce a large amount of drones in the midst of this. He was going for 2-hatch Mutalisk. Oh, never mind. Look at this. This is Shine sort of stuff. Shine dropping the Hydral Sten and opting to go Lurkers instead. Granted, and here's the thing, Flash wasn't able to walk up. He might be a little bit off meta as far as being able to scout. And I kind of like this transitionary play. This is risky. Overlord's making its way across. If these Marines pushed out, they might be able to kill these 4 Zerglings and get an Overlord kill. But we'll see. This might be a drop as well. This Overlord might be making its way. We'll have to see whether drop gets upgraded. But there is the millimeter drop kind of over walls where you scoop up the lurkers and just slow drop your way into the main. Second gas getting dropped. I have a feeling that's not going to be it, but what I kind of like about this is recognizing that Flash has to play a little bit more defensively. He's dropping, so 3 barracks getting dropped behind this, by the way, in a comsat station. We'll see if the comsat catches this, but because he's playing a little bit more defensively, that does give a little bit more options for the lurkers to make it away, maybe make it into forward position a little bit early. And with just the single comsat dropped as part of particular build orders, that's like less detection to work with as well. So their comsat's dropped, sees the hydral sten, so knows, okay, potential lurker drop incoming. Let's go ahead and get the vision all the way back across the board. But in some lurkers morphing midfield, but you can see where this creates a scenario where Flash, because he doesn't have that second comsat up, really can't, and because he's only going to have one comsat, can't really pressure out to Shine. But at the same time, with these lurkers morphing out in the field, they might be able to get a soft containment situation. And I think Flash wary of this as well, building a forward bunker, trying to shove those Zerglings back before those lurkers can make their way to the front, because they could be troublesome to evict. And Shine actually exposing one lurker. I think he's trying to bait out some comsats right here. He hasn't blockaded the south yet. Okay, now running into it, getting some damage done. Flash being backed up a little bit, but the south has not yet. And Flash, I think wisely now, he's keeping that southern channel open. 4 lurkers slowly making their way forward. Going to try to wipe this attack force out. Nice micro there by Flash, only losing a single Marine, but now as they're out of position, he's just going to go and press into that natural expansion. Lurkers, ooh, okay, comsat dropping, but there's only the 3 Marines in there as the comsat. Keep in mind, that's the only comsat for a little bit of time here. So Lurker's now going to be able to deny that natural expansion. Shine making his way in. A lurker with just 3 health blockaded there, and now we have lurkers at all positions. Second comsat dropped. SCV able to wipe that lurker out. Now, is this second comsat going to be in position? I don't know, but in the meantime, the Medic Marine Firebats have made it all the way to the natural, and we have no lurkers in position. Everything's been drawn back. We have 2 lurkers that were morphing just out of position, so that this is going to turn into a wild one, potentially dead natural expansion. So comsat getting rebuilt. Keep in mind when that comsat is, wow, that was a long time on that second comsat. Devil's luck right there for Flash, but able to wipe out that natural expansion. So slowly turning this around is going to end up losing all but the Firebat here. This is turning into a crazy one. Shine is actually nearly even on workers, by the way, but has lost his natural expansion. So this is 2 base Terran, theoretically, as SCVs make their way back out versus 1 base Zerg. But we still have those lurkers out in the field. We do have 2 comsat to work with, but not a lot of Marines and medics. And we do have transport being upgraded here from Shine to potentially go for some of those sneaky lurker drops and overlord on the forward front. This is Shine sort of stuff. Another lurker gets picked off. Man, Flash just doing a fantastic job. But another comsat expended, and you can see it's just a battle for control outside the natural expansion, and yeah, Shine a GG right there. That was his one opportunity. Just going to be too far behind economically, but I just really enjoyed the fight here over that natural expansion entrance to prevent that soft contain of lurkers and potentially a follow-up lurker drop. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Kind of an exciting one. Thank you guys for listening.